Convicted murderer Alec Murdaugh's dramatic double homicide trial captivated the nation, and now the once prominent South Carolina family is in the spotlight again.
There is a significant amount of vile information, spewing information, absolutely defamatory information linking Buster to Stephen Smith's death. Now, are Stephen Smith's death suspicious? Was it a hit and run, or was it a intentional murder? I mean, Ms. Smith is entitled to those answers.
That is Murdaugh family attorney Jim Griffin talking to NewsNation's Chris Cuomo, defending Buster Murdaugh. The body of one of Buster's former classmates, Stephen Smith, is set to be exhumed now, following allegations the Murdaugh family may have been involved in the 19-year-old's death. Those come from a report to the South Carolina Highway Patrol, which was then talked about extensively in that Netflix documentary. Smith was found dead in the street about 15 miles from the Murdaugh estate. Investigators say it was a hit and run, but his mother wants a new autopsy. Some close to the Murdaugh family believe Smith might have been in a romantic relationship with Buster. But in a statement released Monday, Buster denies those claims. He says he has tried his best to ignore the vicious rumors about Stephen Smith's tragic death as he continues to grieve over the brutal murders of his mother and his brother. Buster adds that since his father's trial, he's been targeted and harassed by the media, saying that he unequivocally denies any involvement in Smith's death. Now, joining me to discuss more about this case is board-certified anatomic and forensic pathologist Dr. Priya Banerjee. Doctor, thank you for coming on.
Good morning.
So Stephen Smith died back in 2015. He was buried in 2015. He has been in the ground since 2015. That's 8 years. What can be gained from exhuming a body 8 years after it is laid to rest?
Yeah, I want to highlight that exhumation is not a quick and easy task, as we know. There has to be really good reason for someone to be exhumed. You know, we're unearthing someone who's been laid to rest. So it's not a process to be taken lightly. Now, can you still gain information from it? Absolutely. It's going to depend a lot on the preservation of the body. So before someone's buried, you're embalmed. Now, the environment down there is quite wet and swampy, so that's going to impact if the casket was tight or not. But nonetheless, bones are still there. You can look for fractures, some injuries, and really that interpretation is going to impact, you know, putting the puzzle back together.
Well, and Dr. Banerjee, the parents here, the family did raise more than $60,000 for this. So I understand there should be a legal reason if a legal entity is going to do it. This is a private effort to exhume this body and have it re-examined. Will a forensic pathologist or somebody examining the body be able to tell if a previous investigation was fraudulent or was lazy or perhaps was part of a cover-up? Will you be able to tell those things from looking at a body that has been interred for 8 years?
Well, I think that's a more complex issue. You know, investigation isn't solely done by the medical examiner. The medical examiner does the autopsy component. Whether field work or interviews, et cetera, that's all a part of the investigation, was handled as it shouldn't have been, mishandled, fraudulent, whatever you want to say. That is sort of a more global issue for like a prosecutor to deal with. I think really my focus would be to make sure that due diligence is done after going through such an extensive process, if he is unearthed, to give him, you know, a full examination, document the condition of his body, do x-rays, do any other technology that we have to like analyze it, and document the injuries that we can still see.
All right, Dr. Priya Banerjee, a board-certified forensic pathologist there. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.